Before I traveled to the UK for my master's, I used to always wonder what the timetable was going to be like. I'll check YouTube videos, TikTok, but I wasn't really seeing what I wanted. Most people just posted a day in my life, but I wanted to see, like, tell me how many hours in a day are you having classes? How many days in a week? I wanted to know everything. So now that I'm here, I'm going to share with you guys what my timetable is like or what it was like because now I'm ending my master's already. So I'm going to share with you guys what my schedule was like in school. I'm doing my master's in public relations. I'm going to Sheffield Hallam University here in the UK. I did 8 modules. So it's divided in 2 semesters. My intake was January, so I did first semester around January down to April. Then during summer period, I did dissertation around August. Then in September, October, we started the second semester, which ended this year, January 2024. In my first semester, I did 4 courses or modules. They call it modules. So I did 4 modules. I'm going to call my modules just in case there's any public relations students watching this. So I did, for my first semester, I did crisis communication, I did politics and lobbying, I did research communications, and then my dissertation. Then for my second semester, I did writing for the media, I did public relations and digital communication. That's 1 module. I did history of public relations and I did corporate communications. In my first semester, I had 1 class on Mondays, I had 2 classes on Wednesdays. Each class was 2 hours. Then on Fridays, I had this online meetup. It was more like a meetup, it was optional, just a class to discuss with the lecturer in case there was anything during the week class that we want to talk about. So theoretically, I only had to go to class 2 days a week. I did that for January, February, March, April. Then during the summer break, that was when we had to do our dissertation. I know usually people do first semester, second semester, then dissertation is like it's the final, it's the last final thing. When I told people then that I was doing my dissertation, then after submitting, I'm still talking about we're having classes. It got people confused, like they thought I was done already because I was done with dissertation, but no, I think it's mostly for September intake that they do that for. First semester, second semester, then dissertation is the final. But for us, January intake, no, it was first semester, dissertation, then we had another semester where we still did 4 more courses. Second semester started towards the end of the year, I think October. So October, November, December, January. For the second semester, I had to go to class 3 days a week. Initially, they made it 4 days a week, so they put each module for each day. But that was just too much for me. Going to class every single day, that was too much. So I just asked one of my lecturers if there was still space in any of our classes so I could join. So at least I can have 1 class a day, 1 class a day, and then 2 classes the next day. That will make it 3 days to go to class. That was better than going to class 4 days a week. My lecturer agreed and told me who to contact, and I had to give them reason. I had to give them a solid reason why I couldn't do 4 days a week. Me, I just chose mental health. Because they take in this country, mental health is a big deal. They take mental health very seriously. I said something around the lines of to maintain my mental health. My mental health is okay, it's fine. To maintain is to continue being fine. I told them I couldn't do 4 days a week. And they approved my request. So for the second semester, I had classes only 3 days a week. Each class was still 2 hours. And the timing is just scattered. One day I can have a class at 11 in the morning. Next day I can have a class at 5 p.m., 5 in the evening. So most times I was going to class in the night because at 5 p.m. it was already very dark. So, and the way they do the classes, they don't just put everybody in the class, they separate us, and that's a very good structure. No overcrowding. So each student have a chance to speak, to talk with the lecturer, to interact better. The lecturers are actually trying. Say we have a class in the morning, corporate communications. The lecturer will take us, then the next batch will come in the afternoon, and that same lecturer will take them too. The lecturers are really trying. They teach us batch by batch, so they separate the students. Let's say we're like 30 students taking 1 course. We're going to have 15 students in the first batch, in the morning batch, then the other 15 students in the next batch, the afternoon batch or evening batch. So yeah, they separate students and the classes are not overcrowded. Students can speak and interact with the lecturers freely, interact with your fellow students. It's just an effective system. It's an effective education system. I like it. I'm sure I'm going to miss being a student. Yeah, so that's what my timetable was like in school. And now my classes are over. But my graduation is in November. So I've graduated, but I've not graduated. My graduation is in November. It's still very far.